Hey guys, Monster Trio 3 back with another video on One Piece. I'm really excited about today's video because I just think that if it does happen and it does come true, I'm gonna lose it. It's really unpredictable, and I don't know if it's really likely, but I hope that it happens, and if it does happen, it's gonna be a big deal in One Piece. So let's get into it. So I think that this is for the up and coming chapter, actually. So that's why I'm so excited about it because it's happening very soon. So today I'm going to be talking about Jewelry Bonnie, and Jewelry Bonnie has gone through hell and back because she obviously cared deeply for Whitebeard. I don't know what their connection was. We are still unknown to what their connection was. We just know that she was broken up about it. Um, and then we know what her power is. We know that she got, well, we don't know exactly what her power is, so I shouldn't say that. We don't know what her devil fruit is. But I wanted to say that we know right after the Whitebeard loss at Marineford, or, well, the death of Whitebeard at least. I wouldn't call it a loss because Luffy got away, which was their main target once he got there. Akainu was really targeting him. I would say that right after that, she attacked Blackbeard. Blackbeard beat her and then tried to trade her for a ship. And the Akainu showed up with the Marines and they captured her. But then we saw after the time skip, she is no longer captured. However, she does not have a crew, it looks like. It looks like she is traveling alone. And there's a lot of things that I like about this because the fact that she's traveling alone, the fact that her bounty is 140 million berries, which isn't too high. I think that it is possible, and we'll get on to how I think it'll happen. I think that she's going to be also joining the StrawHats in the Big Mom Island arc, and I think it's going to be with Jinbei. I think she's going to be the third and final female of the crew. It would make sense. They all have different hair colors. They all have different powers. I really like it. You kind of have the strongest to weakest, being Jewelry Bonnie would be the strongest, and then the weakest would be Nami. This also makes it easier for Oda for us to connect to characters, because we all know that One Piece is starting to kind of finish, or it's on the second half of the series at least. And the fact that we've already connected this much with the Straw Hats and the time skip, it's been a lot with, everyone before Brook and before Brook. So it's been a big deal to have people like Frankie, Robin, they were very big people to join. I feel like if Oda doesn't introduce those new Straw Hats soon, then it's kind of going to be not pointless, but it's going to be harder to connect with the characters that we haven't, seen as much of, which is what brings me to my next point is I think that people who are going to join the crew, or people who we are going to be seeing, such as Jewelry Bonnie, we've already seen a little bit of her, and I think that they'll just give you more of a backstory with her, and then you'll get to see her, just like they did with Robin, essentially. Robin, all you knew was that she was Miss Sunday, I think, and that she was with Baroque Works. But anyway, I believe that her power is that she can change the age and possibly the size to an extent of herself. I think that's how she can keep eating so much and keep her form. I think it has something to do with her devil fruit. And the people she touches, she can change their age and size relatively, which is very powerful. She has no crew, and with the pink hair and the fact that Big Mom has, I believe, at least 35 daughters, I think it is very possible that Jewelry Bonnie would be in the, maybe one of those daughters in the 20s. I would guess, like maybe the 22nd to 24th daughter of Charlotte Big Mom. Because when you think about it, we haven't seen a lot of people with pink hair in the series, and even though we have seen those people, it's been very few, and a lot of them have actually turned out to be related to Big Moms. Like Lola was one of the few characters who had pink hair, and she was the daughter of Big Mom. Lola's twin sister is the daughter of Big Mom, and she has the exact same look as Lola, so she's also probably got pink hair. And then we have Jewelry Bonnie, who has pink hair, and everyone speculated that because she has pink hair, that she is Big Mom's. I don't think this is definitive. However, I definitely think this is leaning in favor of Jewelry Bonnie being related to her. On top of that, her obsession with food and eating is definitely characteristic of an island that is entirely made of food. So I think at one point she could have been living there and obviously loved it and gotten accustomed to eating everything in sight. And then on to the next part. I think that the way she's going to join or maybe show up at the wedding is, I think it's possible that she eats the cake before anyone else, or she eats it from the inside out or something, and Big Mom notices her. And I don't know if I bet she'll be happy because she escaped from the Marines. But I think Jewelry Bonnie is not pledging her allegiance to Big Mom. I don't think that she was initially anyway. In fact, I think she could just be a pirate on her own, but I don't know if Big Mom would be okay with that because it's leaving the family. So it'd be interesting to see, whether or not she's mad or happy to see Jewelry Bonnie, or if maybe Jewelry Bonnie snuck in. We don't really know yet, but I think that she is going to appear in this arc. I think she is proud to be in the same generation as Luffy, Law, after taking down Doflamingo. We got to see that clip. I think that it's very possible that she joins the crew and that we get a later backstory of her. It doesn't necessarily have to be about Big Mom, just something sad in her past that, Luffy couldn't help with. Maybe someone that she wants to get revenge on. A lot of the time, Luffy helps out, or at least so far we've seen with Nami and Robin, that Luffy helps out the females take down, a really powerful force to help them, or to, have them join. So with Robin, it was Enies Lobby, they took down CP9. With Nami, it was they took down Arlong Park. So I wouldn't be surprised if, she's got an island or a hometown, or hometown is kind of Nami's story, so I think there's probably some relation to Whitebeard. But yeah, no, now this is where I go into the second part of my theory, which is if she did join the Straw Hats, and if this hypothetically all happened, I think that this wedding is actually foreshadowing of Sanji marrying Jewelry Bonnie. And if Sanji married Jewelry Bonnie, I think it would be the perfect fit, because he would be all up in her face loving her, and she obviously doesn't have the type of mentality from what we've seen to, adore that stuff, and so she would just, smack him away or do something funny like that. But I actually think that they will harvest a relationship together because he can make the best food, and she will absolutely love eating his food all the time. So I think there's that connection there. I think there'll be the funny connection where, Luffy can get into eating contests with her. And then there could be funny parts where, she can change Luffy's age so he's really old, and he could be like, oh, what's up? Like, oh, and make funny faces and stuff using all the crew members and changing their ages and stuff. But yeah, no, I think that's my whole theory. I think that, Sanji and her will actually end up together. I hopefully think that she will join the crew. If it's not right now, I think it's possible that she comes after Jinbei, even still, because she's the perfect female character to join, and she would be another supernova. And even though she is a supernova, her bounty is still lower than Sanji's, so I think that would work out for the monster trio as well. But let me know what you think, and leave comments in the comment section below. That's Trio 3, signing off.